In this series of videos, we'll be focusing on different scenarios and how to overcome them. There aren't many problems that can't be solved by utilising something from the Stairrods range. Stairrods manufacture quality floor finishing profiles that perform to the highest standards and provide a high-end finish to any installation. In this video itself, I'll be installing carpet up to a hard floor. The hard floor will range from 4 to 40mm, and I'll be utilising various different trims and showing you how the trims work. All our products have been or will be covered by their own installation videos, explaining how the trims work and how they actually get installed themselves. For more information on this, just visit the Stairrods website or follow us on any one of our social media platforms. The Stairrods Z-Bar range is produced from a high-grade aluminium base with a solid brass topping on it. Now, these bars are available in all 10 colours and come in lengths of 0.9, 1.8 and 2.7 metre lengths. The double Zs actually produce the Z-Bar. So you buy them like this, and it's what you do is if I turn it over, we've got a groove along the back. Now that groove is there, so you can just run your Stanley knife down it, like so, and taking a pair of pliers, so what I need to do is just start off the sort of the rip, get the pliers in there, and roll it back. This produces a nice straight edge, like so, allowing for an expansion of up to 12mm. So the Z-Bar range, you've got 4mm, 9mm and 13mm. The 13mm and the 9mm are for stretch fit installations, but the 4mm does differ slightly. The 4mm bar doesn't have any anchoring pins down this edge. This is designed for your thin carpets or your flat weaves or any thin sisals. It's actually designed for a stick down system. It's got ridges along one edge. Once this is dressed down, those ridges clamp onto the pile of the carpet or the fabric. But it's a dual fixing method, so what you need to do is run a bead of adhesive, a latex adhesive, down the inside edge and then clamp the bar down. Once your adhesive's cured, that stops the carpet from actually pulling out. You can raise this up with a 4mm chocks or even blind gripper if you're working on an underlay system. The 9mm is designed for your general carpets really. Anything up to sort of a 11 to 12mm carpet. This actually gets installed by using the chock system. The MDF chocks, you cut down to size and that sits underneath and it raises the base by about 3 to 4mm. The 3mm spacer underneath, the base plate at 1mm. Whenever you're fitting a stretch fit installation, you need to be raising the base to get optimal penetration of your anchoring pins into the back end of the carpet. The Z-Bar has a Z section through the centre. That Z section through there is designed to clamp down. So if you're working up to a 9mm floor, raising it 3mm, that can actually clamp back down to 9mm. The 13mm, this is designed for your high density piled sort of thicker products, such as your jacaranda, good quality carpets. You will not get a dense Saxony into the 9mm, it's just too small a gap. This works exactly the same as the 9mm, clamps down or dresses down and you raise it up with the chock system. I've just created for demonstration purposes a floor this side. And that floor is measuring at 14mm. Now I'm going to be using a bit of a thicker pile carpet this side. So it's what I need to do is get the bar into position first. If I just put that there at the moment, you can see there that it's pretty much sort of flush up to the surface, but this side I'm not going to get penetration with the teeth and I'm not going to be able to dress the bar down itself. So as explained earlier, I've just placed the MDF chock into position and then place the bar down. So it's now raised that bar up, like so. You can just see the gap just there. get the underlay into position, and again you can see that it's actually raised that base up, so as the carpet goes in it's going to nip onto the anchoring pins. Once the bar's installed and I've got the underlay in position, again just for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to feed some good quality high dense carpet into there, just to show you what the bar's going to look like. Once the carpet's installed, you can see it's got a nice tight fit into there. We've got this gap this side to allow the bars to be dressed down. To dress them down, just use a block of wood with a bit of fabric attached to it, and very carefully just run along, making sure that that bar nips down flat. Again, this works on the 13mm, the 9mm and the 4mm products. The bars look aesthetically pleasing when finishing off the installation, but more importantly, they're designed to perform and work. Now the Slim Z, it's still a Z bar, it still works exactly the same as the double Z, but this is a more discreet finish. We've got a 22mm top as opposed to the 30mm top. Where this differs is this will only allow an expansion gap of up to 5mm as opposed to the 12mm. And it can also be used against any floor that doesn't require expansion. I've got a 10mm drop on this side. This floor is set at just over 10mm. So if I just place the bar into there, we can see it's sitting nice and flush. However, I do need to raise the base as it would be for a stretch fit installation. To raise the base, it's just a case of using the chock which is supplied by Stairrods. And so all you do is you cut this chock into smaller pieces and you place it under each nail hole. That gives it a good strong base and raises the base by about 4mm, the 3mm chock and the 1mm base plate, allowing the carpet to get optimal penetration onto the anchoring pins themselves. By raising the base also allows you to dress the bar down, clamping the carpet into position. The Ali Tramline Z bars are part of the Stairrods aluminium range. They come in 4 colours. Now these are a standard Z bar, but they differ A in the installation and B they actually allow you to fit the floor covering into the actual product itself. This one is the 3mm recess, so it's designed for LVTs, which is a perfect match to this floor. This one's the 1mm version, which is for rigid tile with a peelable surface. They come pre-taped with a high grab contact tape. Now the installation on these bars slightly differs. We've got a toe just on the front edge. That's set at 8mm. Now if I want to adjust the height of this, I can place an easy wedge underneath, which is what you use to install these products. That will drop the front edge down to 6.5mm. If I want to drop it further, I can place 2 easy wedges underneath and it will drop the front edge down to 4.5mm. The maximum that base is going to raise is 7mm. As long as you don't come above the height of your gripper rod, then the installation should be absolutely fine. But raising the base with a stretch fit installation means that you get optimal penetration with your anchoring pins into the backing of the carpet. So putting it up to a floor itself, with this type of floor covering, with an LVT on top of a plywood, I could actually come straight up to the edge of it. If I need to work with a floor with an expansion gap, I'll just bring it out and allow the appropriate expansion gap. This bar will cope with a maximum of about 12 to 13mm expansion. Stairrods also do the Retrofit range. Now the Retrofit is pretty much your old school door bars. They're predominantly a cover plate, but obviously of a high spec. Made from solid brass, you've got the Premier cover, and you've also got the Premier Posh. Difference being, so if your screw holes are actually hidden by this brass inlay in between. Now these bars are designed to accommodate height differences with the 38mm, a 6mm height difference, and then the 55mm, an 8mm difference. We've also got that in a Posh as well. And there's the inlay just there. You can see the screw holes just running through. One of the things to remember with this is it does come pre-taped on the back, is when it's placed into the channel, is not to bend that bar, because once it's bent you won't get that back in again. Get it cut in position when you cut the bar, and then just place it on top of your screw holes. Now to demonstrate these bars, I'll use the 38mm. We've got quite a considerable drop on this side. If I put that onto there, these are actually specifically designed. It's not a case of just a slight bend in the brass. We've got wings either side. Now if I use the 38mm on that drop, it's creating quite a big ramp there, but more importantly the back wing is lifted off of the surface, creating a tripping point and a point which actually can get filled with debris. If I change it over to the 55, put that on there, there's less of a gradient on that step, so it's basically creating a ramp. It has come off the back edge this side. At the moment I've got no flooring on that side. If I just place a bit of carpet in there, place the bar on top, I've got an 8mm carpet this side and I've got a 14mm floor this side. That's given me a drop of 6mm. But one thing to remember is once it screws down, that will actually grab into the pile of the carpet, it will compress it down. And then you can see the wing of the bar itself is sitting flush to the surface of that floor just there. The range is available in all 10 colours and comes in lengths of 0.9, 1.8s and 2.7s. Very, very high grade material and does produce a nice aesthetically pleasing finish. They can also be used if the edge of a carpet's become damaged, if the original door bars failed, or if it wasn't installed correctly. One of these can be put down and it'll cover over the damaged surface. The maximum height difference that Stairrods bars will accommodate is up to 40mm. So we can see in this one we've got quite a big height difference. If I just use the vernier and gauge that down, we've got a measurement of 38mm on that floor. Now to fit a stretch fit carpet up to this one, we need to incorporate the Stairrods Easy Shims. So I'll just place one of these in position. And then using some Stairrods Geordie gripper, I can get that in position. Get an underlay up to it. Once I've got the underlay in position, I can then place the carpet in, push it down onto the gripper. We've got a 15mm Stairrods Easy Shim. We've got Stairrods Geordie gripper, which is a 9mm gripper rod. And I've just put that bit of carpet onto there. And we can see there we've still got quite a bit of a step. To accommodate this, Stairrods produced the carpet ramp. The carpet ramp has an adhesive tape underneath that edge there. And we can see there we've actually got a support plate underneath. This will accommodate an extra 5mm of height difference. Once that's in position, it'll bed slightly onto the carpet itself and produce a ramp up to that hard surface. You can see there that even though that was quite extreme, we can actually build up and create a nice smooth transition through. The carpet ramp is available in all 10 colours, comes in 0.9, 1.8 and 2.7 metre lengths. Manufactured brass is a very hard wearing product and gives an aesthetically pleasing finish to any extreme height difference between two floor coverings.